Hell yeah.
Yo, Cuts by Reggie, back with another video, right? I'm gonna keep it honest. I done tried to record this video 57 times, but we here, right? So, two things before we get into this video though. If you are in the Knoxville area or surrounding counties, me and Blurry Barber we are putting on a class, shear work, fade techniques, enhancements, all that good stuff at Handcraft Collective on Western Avenue. It'll be July 10th. I'll leave links down below if you want to purchase your tickets. Another thing, the giveaway. The giveaway for the Rebel, it will be next Monday. I don't know what that day is, but I'm planning on whatever date I release this on, the next Monday, I'll be doing the giveaway live here on YouTube. All right. And that's for the Rebel, full case, charging, all that good stuff, right? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, comment, like, share, dislike, all the good stuff, right? So this video is technically a review of two things, but it's the same thing with a little twist. What we're gonna start with first are the Babyliss Boost FX. I know I'm late to the party. Babyliss did not send me these out when they were sending them out, so I kind of just waited to buy them after. With me buying so many different things, I just waited to get these, but I got them. I've been using them for a little bit, but I'm gonna get to why I haven't been using them as much here in a second, all right? So this is the Boost FX clipper. The clipper is $239. The trimmer is $189, all right? $239, $189 for the Boost FX clipper. You getting pretty much the same design. This comes with the fade blade. The only difference between the original FX are the rubber grip, right? So that's pretty much the difference. This one did come with a DLC blade, but I put the Gold FX blade on because I like the Gold FX blade, and this has been my go-to, right? This has 6,800 RPM, 2 hours of runtime, come with the guards, all the good stuff that they come with. We know all that, right? This has 7,200 RPM, 6,800, 7,200 RPM. This online says it charges for 4 hours, right? Or it lasts for 4 hours. But on the box and stuff that it comes in, it says over 2 hours of runtime. But everywhere that you are purchasing this from, it says 4 hours on the trimmer. I didn't give it the full test to see if it lasted 2 hours or 4 hours, and I'm gonna tell you why here in a second. As far as trimmers, clippers, the trimmers and the clipper, everything is the same. The boost is a little bit thicker. Of course, down here it's gonna be thicker. It got the rubber grip, but it feels a little bit thicker up at the top as well, right? It just feels like it got a little bit more girth to it. Pause. But feel like it's a little bit more thick, right? But for the most part, you're getting the same thing as the FX, right? It's the same thing, longer run time, stronger motor. But for the most part, it's the same thing. We got that out the way. Should you buy the Boost FX? Sure, nothing wrong with them. But this is why we're here. We are here for the SnapFX. These were released at CT, the Barber Expo. I do want to apologize because in my unboxing of this, I said a price, but the prices was wrong because I was getting the prices from different sources, and I didn't make it to CT, so I didn't really know the full price. So I was asking people that was there. But with confirmation from Babyliss, the clipper with the charging dock and everything is $379. The trimmer is $299. Boom, right? As far as body style, the same, a little bit longer. Of course, this has the battery indicator there. And when it's dying, when it start dying on both of them, when they start dying, they will flicker blue. And then when they really getting close to dying, they will go red. All right. That'll let you know that it's time to swap out, right? So the reason I haven't been really giving the full test of the boost is because I wanted to give the full test to the Snap. Of course, we got the unboxing, come with the 2 different batteries, right? Where you ain't got to worry about running out of battery life, right? Cool. Now, for the most part, these are the same product as the Boost FX internally, right? A little bit longer length, both come with the fade blade. Both of these came with the DLC blade. And yes, the Gold FX can, so you can just swap out. It's the same mechanism as far as the where the blade goes, right? So the whole thing about these is I'm gonna start with the unlimited runtime. The unlimited runtime is the biggest thing that they was pushing, right? And yes, you have unlimited runtime, but each one of these batteries that comes with it is 2 hours a piece, right? So yes, you will get unlimited runtime. When your batteries start dying, swap it out, you're good to go, right? So it's unlimited runtime, but it's not necessarily unlimited runtime. So the only reason I say that because yes, you do get the extra battery, but I don't want anyone thinking that the battery that's in there is just gonna go. It's never gonna die. It's gonna die, right? With the clipper, you got 2 hours, and I think with the trimmer, you have about 2 hours, maybe a little longer. But they both come with the same RPMs as the Boost FX. 6,800 for the 6,800 for the clipper, 7,200 for the trimmer. I don't really feel the difference when it comes to any of these clippers, whether it's the Boost, the FX, the SnapFX, they feel the same. Now, when it comes to these trimmers though, you can really feel that power is in there. With the Gold FX, I had the Gold FX on this at first, right? This blade is fine. The DLC2 fine blade, I like the Gold FX though, right? So I did put the Gold FX to try it. Just like, I mean, with these, it cuts good on here. The Gold FX cuts good on the regular one. But when it's on this boosted 7,200 RPM, super torque motor, all that good stuff, it's a beast. I'm talking about cuts through anything. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, you're not supposed to bald. You shouldn't have to bald with your trimmers, and you shouldn't. But I have a lot of trimmers. So I'm gonna test all my trimmers to see if they bald out, right? And with that, like I said, y'all know how I fell in love with the Gold FX. At first I hated it. Got it to going. That's the only thing about Babyliss trimmer blades. It just seemed like it takes some time to get them going. But once that Gold FX blade once that gold blade get going, it gets going. So with it on that boosted, it's a beast. As you can see, it's a little bit longer, a little bit thicker, right? But battery is masterful, right? When it comes to the charging docks are pretty bulky. My station is not the biggest station, so I did have to have the 2 charging docks on a separate, I got a separate drawer over here, so I put it on there, right? But the good thing about this is that, let's just say you just got room for one of these. The clipper dock will charge the clipper battery and the trimmer battery. So technically, you only need one of these. You got your clipper battery and the extra battery. You got your trimmer battery and an extra battery and just one charging dock. Now, you can't do that vice versa. The trimmer dock won't charge everything. The clipper dock will. So now we're going into only really needing one dock. Again, though, it's still bulky. I don't have a big station though, so maybe I'm not the one to really test on it, and I do have a few items on my station, right? So even when it comes down to just having one charge dock, I do have to have it off to the side, right? But yeah, so once it comes to the actual clipper, they're Babyliss clippers, they're Babyliss trimmers. Y'all know how I feel about Babyliss clippers. I like Babyliss clippers. I just think Gamma style craft clippers fit me better based off the weight. But when it comes to these trimmers, I think it's hard to beat Babyliss once it comes to trimmers. They got it on lock. So now you got this extra runtime that, yes, you never run out of time. I think it just adds to the advancement of Babyliss, right? Now, as far as a traveling barber, maybe if they did have, I don't know how they would do it though. Like, I don't know how they would do it. I'm not the technological person, but having this charging dock with the extra charging battery and the clippers and everything in your backpack, unless you got a G&B Pro backpack, it's not gonna be a lot of room for you to put everything in it. So maybe if they did have maybe a USB port to charge, or you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, if you know you're traveling, you know how to travel, right? But maybe those won't be the best option for you. Not when you can go back to the Boost FX. Now, you still want to have Babyliss trimmers, but you go to the Boost FX and just take a trimmer with you, all right? So overall, these are good products. Did they give us anything crazy? Yes and no. And of course, a lot of people are going to be like, well, they already had this on the Supras and they got the extra battery there. Yes, but for your $1, you had to buy extra battery and you can only charge one battery at a time. And the weight of that battery in that clipper kind of offset it a little bit. This doesn't change. This is a small battery. So without it in there, it's a light right here. All your weight is on this end. This battery on that end, it just balances back out. And now you just with the FX. You know what I'm saying? Sound test between the Boost, or let's go to original FX. A little bit louder. Tad bit louder on the trimmer and the clipper. You can chalk that up to the cam follower. You can chalk it up to the extra power in the clipper or trimmer. That's on you. Is it crazy? No. Will you be able to deal with it? 100%. So all in all, right, this is what you want to know. Is it worth paying the $400 for the clipper, $300 for the trimmer? Yes and no, right? So let's say you have you got two of these. You already got two Babyliss FX clippers and you bought their charging dock. It's not really worth it. If you got one Babyliss trimmer or clipper, right, and you already got a charging dock, it's not really worth it. If you have been on the fence about getting the FX, you might as well go ahead and get the FX with the charging dock. Go ahead and pay a little bit extra to make sure that you always got battery life. All right. Excuse me. You want to always have that battery life. So I think this technology is good. I think it advances. I think in the future they can only add on to it and make it better. Oh yeah, and then they got the magnetic. You just take it off, you blow, get that hair on out of there. I like that too. If you got like a duster or whatever, right? So they will add on to it. The extra batteries that they come with, they will get better. They will probably have more battery. Now, if they end up making these, say each one of them got 4 hours of runtime on it, I don't know how you make it. I'm not in there. That shit would be crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think this is the rush out to, depending on what you have. If you already have 2FX, because the Babyliss clippers and trimmers have been running it. A lot of y'all probably already got a FX clipper, 2FX trimmers. If you already got 2 of them and you already swapping out on a charging dock, on a charger with the charging port or the charging docks that they brought out, then this probably not gonna be worth your time. If you don't have an FX and you've been thinking about, should I get Babyliss, should I go Babyliss, then first of all, yes, especially with the trimmer. Big advocate for the trimmer, because I don't think nobody can do a trimmer better than Babyliss, all right? So if you've been thinking about it, go ahead and drop the $299, get you 2 batteries, with the clipper, this comes with the premium guards, and then you get the screwdriver and everything, and then with the trimmer, you get the screwdriver, the blade setter, and all that. And again, whatever blade you like will fit on this. And I know somebody's gonna say, well, it's obvious it's the same build. A lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people need to know that or want to know that information before they go out and buy it, because they might want to swap the blades. So yes, you can swap out different blades, the same blades that Babyliss have. They all fit on there. All right. So definitive, is it worth it? Yes. Overall, yes. But depend on what you got. Did I cover everything? I think I covered everything. 7,200 RPM on the clipper, 6,800 on the clipper, 72 on the trimmer, 2 to 4 hours on the trimmer. I don't know. Well, that's the boost. And then 2 hours on the clipper. Each battery of this will last 2 hours. The charger, the clipper charger can charge both batteries at one time. That's where it works. That's where it's worth it, because instead of you having to have, but then you get to the point of, I done bought 2 charging docks and paid for 2 charging docks, but now I don't use the other charging dock. Maybe later they sell everything separate. Maybe you're able to get just the clipper by itself and just one charging dock. Because if you just need the clipper charging dock and they got both batteries in there, you don't need everything here. Anyway, yeah. So that's my review, somewhat review of the Boost FX and the SnapFX. One thing that this shows me though, that Babyliss is about to do some other stuff. We was in a pandemic for 2 years, and you can tell who was taking that time to think of some things, put something together. If they working on this, my idea of what I want to see is a new clipper. I love the FX clipper. The lithium FX was cool, needed a little extra work from where the power button was and everything. I want a new clipper. The trimmer, I don't know how you make that better. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how you make that trimmer better. It feels perfect in your hand. Like it's it. You know what I'm saying? But I do want a different clipper, design wise. You know what I mean? But they'll give us that. I feel like they working on. So I feel like a lot of these companies are working on something. We just along for the ride to see what it is. All right. So hopefully all of that made sense. Y'all know how I ramble. I know somebody's gonna say I did this whole video and didn't say nothing. But guess what? Ta-da! If you like the videos, thumbs up the videos. If you dislike the videos, thumbs down. Comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget, next Monday will be the giveaway. I'll be live on YouTube doing a giveaway next Monday. Whenever day this come out, the next Monday, I will do the giveaway for the Rebel. All right? Peace.